Hey everyone, so this is my review for Fruit Cat. So here what we see is a blue eye, and the reason why I say it's blue is because we can see that in the middle of the eye there's patches that are like a greenish, whitish, bluish in color. They're definitely not brown. So from that we can, say that with fair certainty that this is not a brown eye, because if it was a brown eye, what we would see is we would see darker brown around the pupil, and where we see like greenish, whitish, bluish, we would see a brown, but like a honey shade of brown, something like that. That would be the color variation. Here we see patches of green, patches of blue, so definitely a blue eye, just with a lot of lymph on top. We see a strong skin ring around, which indicates skin problems, and the reason why you're having skin problems is because your system is so backed up. So your kidneys are not able to deal with it properly. They, as you know from my other videos, if the kidneys are not able to deal with it properly, they send the the toxins to the skin, so the skin can eliminate through sweating and all kinds of stuff. And that's what it's doing. So if you're experiencing skin problems, that's why. Um, Also, I see here a lot of lacunas in the eye, and like a lot of basically like breaks in the fiber, which indicates kind of a weak-ish system. So like constitution. So kind of you don't have the best startup. But you can fix it by, again, fixing your body. You can still fix it, and then you'll see that your fibers become closer together. They become more uniform, more straight, and that's how you know your body is rejuvenating. Also, we see a lot of nerve rings going circularly around the iris, around the pupil, the white lines. You can see it especially on the bottom. They're not, well, they're deep, but they're not super deep. So it does indicate that you have some nervous system problems, and that, coupled with the fact that your most congestion is in the upper area of the iris and not the lower, and the upper area indicates the brain. That means that the brain is congested with lymph, and it's throwing off your nervous system, and the adrenals are congested with lymph and are not able to process properly, as are the kidneys. Basically, you've got lymph everywhere. So in order to help your system clean out, you need to stop bringing in the toxins, and at the same time pull the toxins out. So there's nothing coming in, and there's more than ever coming out. Now be careful, because if you do have skin issues, your skin is gonna erupt as soon as you start this kind of diet. So take it easy. Like I say, like the people who have skin issues, add one smoothie in the morning a day of fruit. Don't worry so much about things like bananas. They're not really like detoxifying. Focus on the cheapest, probably, and depending on what country you live in, but the cheapest is like a watermelon smoothie, because you can make so many of them from just one watermelon. And or berries are really good. Basically any fruit besides bananas. Bananas they're okay, but they're kind of not so useful when it comes to detox. They're mostly for like bulking it up, so you feel like you've had some calories, but they're not gonna detox you much. Um, but start with one smoothie in the morning. If do it for a week, you feel fine, add two smoothies. So one in the morning, like when you wake up or whatever, when you want to have breakfast, and then one for like lunch or with your lunch or something like that. And keep adding more and more fruit each. I would say like do it like a week at a time. So add more fruit, wait a week, add more fruit, like to already what you're eating, wait a week, and you'll see that it's gonna come out. Okay, that's one thing. Like I tell you from my own personal experience, that when it comes to the skin, like it's not gonna sit under it. So if you have like problems with your skin, all that stuff that's underneath has to come out. There's no other way to deal with it, as far as I know. So if it's under there, it will come out, but at least it will come out slowly in this method, rather than if you start eating like, I don't know, 10 servings of fruit a day. It's great for detox, but your skin is going to look horrible for the first, like, I would say month or two. So you want to spread it out, so your skin is like, it's going to still be erupting, but at least it's not too bad. But I'm telling you, like, I've had acne issues like crazy, skin issues like crazy, and it all got detoxed, okay? So like slowly, 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 and now I don't even remember what it's like to have acne, honestly. You know, um, the other thing that I do, that I suggest, that helps with the detox of the skin, is because all of this stuff is going to come out through the skin. How it's going to come out? Through the pores. So instead of just washing your face and cleaning it out that way, I mean, that's okay. But on top of it, you want to do like any kind of a peel mask that cleans the pores. Personally, and I know this is like not vegan and all of this, but I have a lot of eggs in my fridge because my family is, not everybody in my family is vegan. So we do buy eggs. And what you do is you use a yolk for something, but you take the egg white part, separate the white from the yolk, and like whip the white part into like a, just like with a fork, whatever, and put it on your face, and put like a like take a, oops, sorry, take a roll of toilet paper, and like take one square, separate the square into two pieces. You can see this online. It's called if you Google like toilet paper mask or whatever, or yolk or egg white toilet paper mask, you'll see the process. You can watch YouTube videos. Eventually I'll do one as well, but anyways, but you put this over your, like you put a layer of the whites, egg whites, then you put a toilet paper, but just make sure you do, if it's like 2-ply or 3-ply, just use the 1-ply of the square. So separate the square into 3 plies, and then put it on your face, and then on all the parts or whatever, and then on top of it put another layer of egg whites, just with like a, I use like a brush, like a painting brush, to do that, like a, just a bigger painting brush. And what that does is, like, once it hardens, it's gonna be like really hard, okay? So once it hardens, give it like, I would say 45 minutes to harden. Don't move your face, like don't make gestures like facial expressions that much. Let it fully dry and then pull it off. You'll see all this stuff, it gets out of your pores. It's crazy. So then you're kind of helping your face detox as you are doing the detox. So the pores are not stuffed, the pores are clean. And I would do this about once a week if you feel like your face is like getting gunked up a lot, twice a week. But I'm telling you, once this is done, like, you know, you might like hate me a little bit once you start doing this, because you'll be like, she made this happen for me, da da da. But I'm telling you, give it like 3 months and your skin is going to be perfect. Like, I had the worst skin. I don't even have like large pores anymore. Like my pores were huge around like my nose and all that. I don't even have large pores at all anymore. They're like super small, you know, because the gunk is not coming out of my face. I still do the mask every once in a while. To this extent, like with the mask, you don't have to use the egg white. You can use like a commercial like peel mask, but in my experience, they're super expensive and they don't work nearly as well as the egg ones. I've tried a bunch of different ones. None of them worked as good as the egg, honestly, you know? So that's just my personal experience. If you choose to do it that way, do it that way. The point is to get the stuff out of your pores, so your pores are able to get more stuff out, okay? Also, as you're doing this, sweating is really good to detox again. And now, the other thing that I see in your eye, I kind of want a lot about the skin because that's important, because I do see a severe skin ring, so you might be experiencing problems. Another thing about the eye is I see a lot of very like bright brown, almost orangey color. That's sulfurs. That's if you eat a lot of meats, a lot of dairy, like maybe you're not eating it now, but like kind of in our past lives, right? Um, and that really gunks up the system. So if you are eating animal products, then you want to stop eating those, and you want to detox. So because like the dirtiest place I see right now in your body is around your GI, which is pretty much every video you watch. I say the same thing because it's true for everybody. Our GI tracts are horrible, you know, because we're consuming all kinds of stuff with all kinds of additional chemicals and toxins and all that. So that's what causes the problem. So clean out the GI by just like stop throwing junk into it, basically, you know. There's no simpler way to put it. Like, make sure that everything you're putting into your body is good. So if you have to eat cooked food, make sure it's at the highest quality and don't put anything extra. And if you want, like, say you want like pasta, you're craving pasta, okay, just boil some pasta and have it, okay? Or have it with some a little bit of oil on top. I know it's not the best, but at least you're like having minimum amount of ingredients. If you go all out and have like real deal pasta with like sauce and cheese and all of this is the worst. So as a transition, you want to transition to a diet with as least like processed ingredients as possible, and then try to transition all the way out to just fruits, vegetables, and maybe like some baked stuff such as like baked sweet potatoes, maybe some whole grain like, well, rice. But rice is still kind of sticky, but you know, some sort of side dishes or whatever. I wouldn't do beans so much, but quinoa is good. Buckwheat is really good. Things like that, and stay away from like breads and really anything that's processed. And you'll see that, like, honestly, like, I've done this. I'll tell you, my entire face changed. Like, you could see my before and after. I haven't done a video recently. I've done one, but I kind of look weird actually in it. But my face looks so much better. Like, I forgot what acne is. Like, even before like that time of the month, like, I'll get a little bit of acne, but it's not like, it's like minimal. And that's only if I like went out to eat and just had some foods that I shouldn't be having. Because I mean, it happens to all of us, right? So, but more often than not, but even like, I don't really have anything bad. So even like my cheat days are not that bad anymore. Anyways, that was the review. If you have any questions, please let me know. But yeah, just detox the GI. I would focus mostly on the GI, because if you detox the GI, you'll see that your eye color will start to improve. So, and you know, the only detox that you can, like the best detox that you can get, is detox with fruits. So focus on fruits, have some vegetables, but focus on the fruits. Now remember that tomato is a fruit, cucumber is a fruit, avocado is a fruit. Don't have too many avocados because fat's not so good. They're really fatty. But because some vegetables you think are vegetables, but they're really like they're in the fruit family. So that's okay, and just keep detoxing. And that was the review. If you have any questions, you can let me know. And if you guys want to send me your eye pictures, you can do so below this video. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.